any other form of racism is just dismissed as like just normalized.
Absolutely.
And so like, and Islamophobia is like sort of not, no one cares really. Like racism against black people is just like, people do it every month. There's a new one.
Yeah.
There was like the guy at the BAFTAs the other day and everyone was like, oh, he's got Tourette's, so it's okay. And you know, there's all of these, like, there's different forms of racism against every other group is not taken seriously. Or the only thing I would say is that I wish there was a hard line on all forms of racism. That's what I would say. Like, I wish there was this approach was taken to any form of prejudice that exists in the West. That's the only thing I would say.
I 100%
and like, you know, in terms of like whether Kanye should be allowed or not, I think when someone's done something wrong, I'm a Christian, I believe in forgiveness.
Okay.
I believe that people should be able to rehabilitate themselves and get back to work and get back to making amends and contributing to society in a positive way.
Absolutely.
Right? But if the people that person has offended has not forgiven them, then I think the work needs to be done. The pathway to forgiveness needs to be laid out. So it needs to be explained. So once they've done this, and this, maybe they'll be allowed. But cancellation, permanent damnation, permanent no, this person's done something wrong, therefore their family, they can't make any money, they can't contribute to society in a meaningful way moving forward. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that's
Here's the thing with what you're saying as well, yeah? You see, like, if you've done something so bad that you've upset so many people, yeah, and I turn around and say, I'm booking my man to do a live performance, really and truly, there wouldn't be no ticket sales.
Yeah.
The people will speak, right?
Yeah.
You understand? Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, of course.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, on top of that,
it's a power thing, no matter what you want to say.
What is the purpose?
What is the power move?
Of course it is. What is the purpose of apologies? What, you say you don't believe his apology, or his apology is not worth nothing, or let's be real, yeah? Because as you said, Femi, about racism against black people, and we're just told to get over it. Did it really hurt you that much? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what did it really hurt you that much? And as you quite rightly said, it is a power move. You're letting people know, okay, this is what we're doing. Yeah. So hold that. And I just think if this is what we're doing now, I think the world is going down a dangerous place.
Of course. I think Nigel Farage said that though, did he not? He said that when you take away this, it's like you're taking away freedom of speech.
You see my thing, when I thought about it, I was chatting to somebody in the Caribbean. You see my thing, I was thinking about it earlier. Man's supposed to say cool. Man's supposed to say, all right, I'm gonna go Gambia, I'm gonna go Senegal, I'm gonna go Nigeria, and I'm just gonna do a performance every other day.
Yeah.
Tickets are £35. Yeah. Land. Speak to the powers that be. Speak to the airlines that belong to said countries. Let's not do this silly tripling and quadrupling your price. Yeah. Speak to the hotels and the Airbnbs. Let's not triple and quadruple your price. My tickets are £35. Yeah. I'm good. You see like how man does a residency in Vegas and they're there for 6 months.
The only problem is doing that kind of thing. They have the infrastructure though.
They do have the infrastructure.
To support
They do.
them kind of numbers.
But here's the thing.
Like, imagine he's doing a concert. How many hotels in that area?
Bro, here's the thing. You're not doing 1 or 2 concerts. Like you understand. Like, okay, I can go London and do Wireless 3 nights in a row at 70,000 people a pop. Yeah, I can do Tottenham Stadium at how many? Yeah, okay. They don't have the infrastructure in Senegal or Gambia or whatever. Over there they do, and instead of doing 2 nights, I'm doing 6 nights to make sure everybody. Or I'm doing 10 nights, or I'm doing, as I said, the residency thing. Or you understand what I'm saying? Like, and you see, after the BAFTAs, after the thing at the BAFTAs, that comedian Godfrey, he said something. He said, at some point we have to stand up and say, cool, I don't need you, man. Like, I don't need
but the problem is there's no honour among thieves in it. And when we say this thing about it, it is about the money at the end of the day. Because when you start dropping your fee, your fee drops.
Money will be made. Just do it somewhere else.
Money will be made. But will it be the same money?
So why would it not be?
Can I say something?
Why would it not be?
It would be the same money, but we're invested in ourselves. That's what we're not doing as a community. All the music, all the everything. I know Bounce has said it. He's been saying it for time. I think other people's been saying it, but we need to invest in ourselves a bit more and trust each other.
You know what's mad? Hold on,
Yeah, but we can all say what
To
we
be
need
honest,
to do.
all
but
that
it
we
just
need to invest in
doesn't-
ourselves. The richest black people in the world are African, they're in Africa, right?
Yeah.
And they're investing just in black people every day. So we need to stop that. Like we need to every problem that exists within the black community, black people take this view where we say it's black people's fault. There are structural things in place that stop you as black people being able to have the power to be able to do these things. Like it's structural in the West. Maybe not in Africa, but in the West, it's structural. And like when you talk about this, like black people can need to do this, people are trying. There's just mad obstacles. It's just hard.
It's very
like, do
hard.
you know what I mean? And so like, you know, I think it's in a way, it sounds good to say, oh, we need to trust ourselves, we need to invest. But some people have tried and lost loads of money
doing it.
I just feel like there are structural and the people that control, like, you know, the businesses and the corporations that control like things, are they giving out loans to black? You know, a lot of these businesses, you know, like ChatGPT. Do you know it doesn't make enough money? You know the money that they spend on it is like that they're raising. It's like 10 times, 100 times what it's made. Where do they get the money from? Banks. So is our black businesses gonna get that level? Imagine like you've not made. Imagine you see like Netflix and those things. You know they don't all make as much money as they raise. Remember, all these businesses, real business, right? Real big business, is funded through bank loans. Like Elon Musk, his ideas are funny. You know when they say he's worth $1 trillion, whatever, or 100 billion, or whatever, however many billion we can't imagine.
He's got too much billion for one.
Do you know,
what I'm saying?
that's not money in the bank. That's money you could borrow from a bank.
That's what he can get. His hands
And
on.
so, like, when we talk about value as a black community, it's not like, oh, if I come up with an idea to do something as a black man, and I'll come up with an idea to do something as a white, middle class, privileged with access person, however much as I try, I might not be able to do it to the same level as the white privileged, or even just a normal white person, because they've got more access and people they give them the opportunity that I'm blocked out of. And so when we talk about businesses of scale and stuff like that, we need to stop saying, oh, we need to come together. These people don't come together. They just go to the bank and the bank gives them money.
And then they do business. Do you know what?
But who's the bank owns? Who's the main shareholders in the bank? Who owns them? What background?
Forget all of that. Who owns what banks? Who owns
What
this?
he's saying is,
what I'm saying is,
certain people have a certain level of privilege.
That they can raise money
to funds.
They can raise money for ideas, like without having done the ideas. And I'm not talking about it because I heard it. I've got brethren. One of my brethren, like, I've got this idea. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. But Femi, I've just raised $1 million. Look, here's my internet banking.
They use other people's money to make money.
He said since November.
That's the real way of making
my
money.
brethren did this to me. Like one of my boys, like he's in tech. He goes, I've got this idea. I don't even know what it is yet. Like, but I've pitched it, and this is how much I've raised since November. I didn't see him from November. Next time I saw him was January, and he showed me his bank, and he'd raised 1 point something million, and he didn't even know what it was.
The idea
yet.
was, but see,
it's different business.
Access.
Do you get what I'm saying? And so, like, when people are talking about, black people come together, it's just like, it's too simplistic. It's almost like not an understanding of how businesses
big
of
money,
scale works.
Big money.
Look, I mean, for me, this on a road level. No, but you see when I
bring it back to the barber shop.
because look,
But you see the mentality that we're thinking of, we should do it in-house. That's what we've been taught and what we think makes sense. It doesn't make sense because you can't imagine going into the bank and asking for X amount of money, but it's doable.
Look, it can
through
be
the right
done.
access.
It can be done. My point is, you know, on a road level, is we keep on getting blocked by these people, whoever these people are. But yet these people are happy to fund us when we're rapping and singing about killing ourselves and using the word that really and truly is probably one of the most notoriously bad, worst words ever put out there, But yet we're still in this position of, they said we can't do this, so we just have to sit down and, all right, cool. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just at the point where it's just like,